friends, my name is Dara and this is Dear Hallmark, and we're about to talk about some Hallmark stuff. Specifically, Girlfriendship, starring Tamira Mowry Housley, Lindy Goodwin, and Crystal Joy Brown. I hope I got the names right. So, Girlfriendship is a movie about three friends. Samara, played by Tamara, Eva, played by Crystal Joy, and Renee, played by Lynn. Samara is this workaholic businesswoman. She's a finance analyst or something or other at a greeting card company called Mahogany, which I was like, tongue in cheek, wink of the gun. I thought that was really cute. And she's up for a promotion. Does she really want it? She really wants to draw, so it's kind of like, which path do I choose? Eva, she's a mom, but she has the business acumen of a Fortune 500 CEO. And she's kind of at this crossroads. Does she go back to work? Stay at home? Her kids are, they're all in school now. And she loves being a stay-at-home mom. But it's like, does she want to go back to, did I say go back to school? Does she want to go back to work? And then Renee, she is a salon owner, and Eva is an investor in Renee's salon. And Renee is now at this place where she really wants to have a family, so she's thinking about adopting or fostering. So it's Samara's birthday coming up, and Eva and Renee are trying to plan Samara's birthday week. So they find this wild and out girls trip. They're about to get turned on an island with some margaritas and a pool and a beach and a VIP and the platinum and all of that, right? So Renee has her assistant make the reservations, book the trip, get all the goods. But the assistant finds the wrong retreat. It's not wilding out. It's rewilding retreat. So when they get there, they're like, what in the world is this? Like, what are we doing? It's more so one of those center, kumbaya, wade in the water situations. And whilst they're at the retreat, they learn more about each other whilst bumping heads, learn more about themselves, and then go back, insert themselves back into reality with kind of a new perspective. So, on the jump, I'm going to give you my crown rating first, and then I wanna dice this movie up a little bit, because my head is kind of like a jambalaya of thoughts, and I hope it makes sense as I articulate them to the best of my ability. So here we go. I would give this movie between 2.75 and 3 crowns. The biggest detractor for me from this movie, what brought it down, is the heavy emphasis on the Ancestors universe stuff, the sage burning. I'm not one who's into that, so that kind of turned me off a little bit, personally speaking. So I just wasn't into that. And there were, how do I want to put it? Renee's storyline with her wanting to have a family, I don't know if this was purposeful, but I felt the angst of it, but I didn't like it. Like, it didn't feel like a good angst. You know what I mean? And it didn't feel like there was any resolution with that. I didn't feel like Renee and Eva's storylines, at least to what I remember, were resolved at the end, so I didn't know what happened. We mainly saw Samara's storyline get resolved with her choosing to become an illustrator, or she's like, her supervisor sees that she loves to draw, she has a talent to draw, and so instead of going for the director of finance position, she becomes an illustrator for Mahogany. Which, can we just talk about that for a minute? Like, I thought that was really, really cool that they used Hallmark, like her working at Hallmark Mahogany. The richness of the colors on the screen were so beautiful at the Mahogany offices, or like, I don't know if they shot at the real Mahogany office, but like the Mahogany offices, beautiful, rich colors. I loved Tamara's facial expressions. She did this a little bit in Santa's Stakeout as well, but when for a good third, a good 25 to like 33% of the movie, Samara was just not about that. She was like, we at the wrong retreat, we need to go. I'm not about this, we need to go. Book a ferry, we need to go, right? And the facial expressions that she would make when talking to different people about how she's not supposed to be there, I'm thinking, oh my God, this is the energy that I want from Tamara. Like, I want to see more of that. I love it. Like, I don't want to say it reminds me of Sister Sister because she's done way more than Sister Sister, but I just feel there's some familiarity, there's some nostalgia in those type of facial expressions that she makes. That's just like, there it is, you know? And I enjoy watching her performance in this. This is probably my favorite movie of hers, Tamara's personally. This movie also was way deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like do a more lighthearted spin, but we definitely went more deep. And that's becoming a theme, at least with this fallen to love movies. I'm like, why are we getting deep on Hallmark channels? Save that stuff for Hallmark movies and mysteries, you know? Which I would like to see Tamara in a Hallmark movies and mysteries. She would do well in a Miracles of Christmas movie. For sure. She would do really well in a Miracles of Christmas movie. But let's talk about Mr. Brad James and Samara. Brad James' name was Kareem. I think his character's name was. He was Dr. Kareem. So I am very familiar with Brad James. He has done a lot of romance movies in this made-for-TV movie space. He's also done some for Up TV. If you guys know the film Marry Me for Christmas, not Marry Me at Christmas, that stars Trevor Donovan. This one's called Marry Me for Christmas. It's a different preposition. So it stars Melinda Williams and her and I forget Karan's last name. Is it him? But he's going to be in this year's Hallmark Mahogany Christmas movie. So you're going to see him and it's all going to make sense, which is going to be like great. It's going to be so great. But needless to say, Brad James is no stranger to the Hallmark movie space. I just smacked myself in the lip. Brad James is no stranger to the romance made-for-TV movie space, is what I'm trying to say. I was very familiar with him. I know the energy he can bring. I know what the brother can do. This was by far the most mellow I've ever seen him. His, like, a character that he plays. Super, super mellow. I don't know if I liked it. Because I was super hyped seeing Brad in a Hallmark movie for the first time. I wish, and I know the focus was the girls, like the women, excuse me, and their friendship. But because this is Brad's first movie, I was like, dang, I wish he could really like shoot out of a cannon and you know, pow, show everybody what he can do. Which, by the way, Brad James is the husband of the director of this movie, who is the fantabulous Miss Keisha Knight Pulliam, you guys. She played Rudy on The Cosby Show. She's also, which is funny too, because she's more so been in Lifetime movies. In terms of their Christmas movies, Keisha Knight Pulliam has acted in quite a few of those, and I'm pretty sure she probably has one coming out this Christmas with them. So it's funny that she directed a Hallmark movie, but she's going to be acting in the Christmas movies for Lifetime. So I thought that was a cool connection. So all in all, the fashion was, again, my compliments to the chefs in the wardrobe department. The sazon and adobo and Laurie's seasoning salt that y'all putting on these outfits is just, it's just so great. And I'm just so grateful for you. Like, every woman looked gorgeous in this. Renee's braids. I never in my life wanted braids like that. But when I saw Lynn Goodwin with those braids as Renee, I said, let me find out. I'm finna get some braids. Now, mind you, I can never get those braids because I work at a financial firm. So there's no way I can actually wear those braids to work. But for like 2.5 seconds, I was like, yo, I want those braids. And can we just talk about the 4 words that I never thought I would ever hear in a Hallmark movie? Erykah Badu and edge control. Oh, we not in Kansas anymore. I said, We are in 2022 Hallmarkville, and I ain't mad. I ain't mad at some edge control, and I'm not mad at a little Miss call Tyrone. You better call Tyrone, okay? Again, but let's bring it back to why I rated it between 2.75 to 3. Ancestral sage burning aside, the lack of resolution for Renee and Eva's storylines, the angst of Renee's storyline specifically, and the conflict between I'm sorry, I shouldn't have put that in quotations, but the conflict, because we know there's always the climactic conflict. So Samara and Kareem have a little tiff because I'm about to spoil it if you haven't seen it, so pause it here, go watch, and then come back. She finds out that he has a daughter, and the daughter wants to go to college on the mainland though, because they're technically on an island, and Dad's like, nah, you finna be here with me, with your people on the island. And little sis is just like, but I don't wanna, I don't want to. But then Samara tries to encourage him to see her side, and he's like, but who are you? Like, I just met you a couple days ago. What are you doing? So the conflict was a little odd for me. I did appreciate that the perceived conflict was resolved like that. I won't tell you what that was. But all in all, this movie was aesthetically pleasing. It was rich in color. It was vibrant. It was beautiful. And they actually shot on location in Edisto, South Carolina, or Edisto. I forget how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. In South Carolina. So that was cool. And that's kind of where my heart belongs, you guys, with this movie. Yeah, I'm trying to check the crevices of my mind to make sure there's nothing left. Or think we got everything. I think so. I wish you guys well. Oh, this is okay. This is like a cute little personal connection. Like, the fact that this movie is talking about Samara's birthday week, and it came out on my birthday weekend. My birthday was Monday. So I was just like, it was like so great. I was just like, you know, a little personal bubble invasion in the best way. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that. I was like, oh, how cool is this? So, well, you guys, that's all that I got for you here at Dear Hallmark. There's links and stuff in the description. Sis, we got to get our words together. There's some links and stuff in the description box, like an Instagram, a Facebook. There's a book club where we read books that Hallmark movies are based off of. You want to get in that because our next one is October 20th. We're going to be talking about Autumn in the Vineyard, the book, and then doing a book to movie comparison. So you want to make sure you get in on that. And then there's a podcast, y'all, where I kind of elaborate even more. I have some time to marinate on my thoughts, and I kind of explore more of my thoughts and feelings about the movie on the podcast. And I also talk about all the news that has happened betwixt and between our made-for-TV movie networks with Great American Family, Up TV, and Hallmark. All the Christmas stuff. Speaking of which, Tamara's Christmas movie, Inventing the Christmas Prince. That premise is so innovative. The ingenuity of it all. Like, I'm looking forward to that movie, to say the least, and the most. Hashtag Team Too Much. Can you tell I just had key lime pie? I'm feeling very great in my soul. So, yes. Oh, a little PP. This is a PS for Girlfriendship. I liked that even though she still interviewed for the position, her boss and her supervisor, her like department head and her supervisor pushed her, like, do you really want this job? Is this the job that you want? She's like, you know what? No. And then her supervisor sees that she's talented in drawing, and so offers her the illustrator position, and then she takes it. So that's kind of, and then she ends up going back to see Kareem, you know. He's like, I got everything I want and I need right here, you know. He threw a little game on it, you know. But yeah, okay, for real. This is my third close. I'm finished. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao, my friends.